So, as with any important pathway, if anything goes wrong with that pathway, there are medical clinical implications also. And of course, for gluconeogenesis, which is such an important, anything which is related with the metabolism of glucose will definitely be very important, and any dysregulation, any disruption in that pathway will inevitably have certain medical or clinical implications. There are certain diseases known as glycogen storage diseases which occur because of dysregulation of the process of gluconeogenesis. Example of this is von Gregg disease or GSD. It is associated with the deficiency of a very important enzyme, glucose 6-phosphatase. If you remember, this is the enzyme which is involved in the conversion of glucose 6-phosphate into the glucose molecule. That is, a reaction which is occurring at the very end stage of the gluconeogenesis. This disruption can lead to severe problems, medical problems like hypoglycemia, जिसमें कि आपके शुगर लेवल लो हो जाता है बॉडी में, लैक्टिक एसिडेसिस, लैक्टिक एसिड बेस तेजाबियत हो जाती है, और आपका लीवर का साइज बड़ा हो जाता है सीवियर केसेस में, जिसको हेपेटोमेगाली कहते हैं. जो एंजाइम्स इन्वॉल्व हैं, एक तो हमने बता दिया ग्लूकोज 6-phosphatase, and then there are carboxylases, there is phosphoenol pyruvate carboxykinase, of course enzyme which is involved in the formation of phosphoenol pyruvate from pyruvate, and then fructose 1,6 biphosphate dephosphatase, again an enzyme which is involved in the dephosphorylation of the fructose 1,6 biphosphate, and eventually you get fructose 6-phosphate. And as a result, as I have already talked about it, that the diseases or medical implications which will be involved here will be hypoglycemia, acidosis, lactic acidosis, and the enlargement of the liver. Then importantly, diabetes. We know that what a big medical challenge diabetes is all over the world, but especially for the third world countries like our country, it's a big challenge. And one of the reason which is contributed towards the complications of diabetes is that the disruption of gluconeogenesis occurs, which can lead to a complication of diabetes, and as a result you can have a severe hypoglycemia in these patients, in the patients of diabetes. So you can, diabetes is such a disease that any pathway which is involved in the metabolism of glucose, it will be implicated in this disease, any disruption in that pathway. And we know gluconeogenesis is such an important pathway, and definitely diabetes will be one of the implications if something goes wrong with the process of gluconeogenesis. Also, there is and this is the problem of, or we can say disease of modern days people, that is the anorexia nervosa. That is, when especially the young people, they don't eat much because they are very much sensitive about their body shape, and they don't eat, they deprive themselves from eating glucose or carbohydrates, and they remain in the state of fasting for a longer prolonged period of time. And as a result, what happened that the process of gluconeogenesis is also deregulated in those people, and because they are malnourished, they are not eating much, and the liver have to produce more and more glucose by the process of gluconeogenesis, and because the machinery which is involved in the process of gluconeogenesis it's overwhelmed, उसके ऊपर बहुत प्रेशर आ जाता है तो डिसरप्शन हो जाती है प्रोसेस की। लिहाजा we have to be very careful for our nutritional requirements also। ब्यूटी अपनी जगह, खूबसूरती जिस्म की अपनी जगह, लेकिन इतना भी हम सेंसिटिव ना हो जाएं कि अपने आप को किसी बीमारी से लाहक कर दें।